Every day as we journey through a series of social interactions, we encounter moments that challenge our composure. These challenges often come in the form of belittling comments that can sting and unsettle us. But what if I told you that the Stoics, ancient philosophers known for their emphasis on mental fortitude, provided a blueprint for maintaining dignity when faced with such adversities? Today we dive into the heart of Stoicism to unearth how we can transform these trying moments into opportunities for personal growth and profound self-assurance. So, if you've ever found yourself shrinking under the shadow of a demeaning remark, wishing you had responded with greater poise or authority, you're in the right place. We're going to explore some timeless strategies that will not only help you keep your cool, but also refine how you are perceived by others, and most importantly, how you perceive yourself. When someone makes a comment intended to diminish us, it's easy to feel a dent in our self-esteem. However, the impact usually goes deeper, challenging our emotional resilience. It's an opportunity, a perfect scenario to apply our Stoic principles. The Stoics taught us that external events do not harm us. Rather, it is our perception of these events that does. So, when faced with belittling comments, the key lies in managing our perceptions to maintain our inner peace. Consider you're in a team meeting and propose an idea. Instead of receiving constructive feedback, a colleague dismissively comments that it's the worst idea they've heard. Naturally, you might feel embarrassed or angered. Yet, from a Stoic perspective, this is an invaluable moment to practice detachment and objectivity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." Therefore, the remark, harsh as it sounds, holds only as much power as you allow. Instead of internalizing the comment as a reflection of your worth, view it as merely a reflection of the speaker's perspective or their current state of mind. This Stoic idea aligns closely with psychological principles. Carl Jung, a pivotal figure in psychology, noted that what irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. This suggests that our reaction to belittlement provides insights into our own vulnerabilities and strengths. If a comment hurts, it might highlight areas where we feel insecure or less confident, turning what seems like a setback into a stepping stone for personal growth. Handling belittling comments with grace and insight also involves recognizing the intentions behind them. Often, such comments stem from the other person's insecurities or their desire to assert dominance. Recognizing this can shift your perception from one of victimhood to one of understanding. This doesn't mean excusing their behavior, but rather seeing it for what it truly is, a manifestation of their issues, not yours. In practicing these responses, we embody the Stoic ideal of equanimity and resilience. Every belittling comment then transforms from a potential wound to a powerful teacher. It teaches us about our vulnerabilities, yes, but also about our capacity for compassion, patience, and growth. It strengthens our ability to remain poised under pressure and maintain our integrity in the face of adversity. By approaching belittling comments in this way, we not only protect our self-esteem, but also enhance our character. We learn to respond not with bitterness or resentment, but with understanding and wisdom. This is the true power of Stoicism, the ability to convert challenges into opportunities for personal and ethical development. Let's say you face another scenario where you receive a performance review and your manager criticizes your recent project harshly, perhaps more harshly than you expected. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to analyze the feedback. Is there truth to it? Can you improve? Or was the criticism exaggerated? Aristotle's advice rings true here. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. By evaluating the feedback critically, you can decide whether it is constructive or merely unfounded criticism, and choose to grow from the experience rather than be diminished by it. Engaging effectively with belittling comments doesn't just involve managing our reactions, it also offers a chance to reflect on and potentially improve our interpersonal dynamics. When we handle such situations with grace, we not only uphold our dignity, but also set a powerful example for others in how to maintain poise and respect in challenging interactions. This approach not only fosters personal growth, but also enhances the quality of our relationships, creating a more respectful and understanding social environment. So, as we continue to navigate the complexities of human interaction, let's take these lessons to heart. Let us strive to turn every negative comment into a chance to fortify our character and deepen our understanding of both ourselves and others. In doing so, we uphold the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice and moderation, leading not only to personal tranquility, but also to a life marked by dignity and respect for all. In the vast landscape of human interactions, where every exchange is a dance of personalities and emotions, managing the subtle yet profound impact of belittling comments becomes an art. This art, as taught by the Stoics, is not about masking vulnerability or retaliating in kind, but about deepening our understanding of both ourselves and others, turning potentially corrosive encounters into moments of genuine growth and enlightenment. Imagine yourself in a scenario where you're sharing a new business proposal with colleagues and someone bluntly states, "That plan seems a bit naive, don't you think?" Such a remark could easily throw you off balance. However, embracing the Stoic approach means viewing this not as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to engage in a meaningful way. It's about stripping away the sting and seeing the remark for what it is, a reflection of the speaker's perspective, not a definitive assessment of your capabilities. This perspective is rooted deeply in Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control, our actions and reactions, and what is not, others' opinions and remarks. Epictetus, a sage in the Stoic tradition, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When someone belittles us, it presents a chance to practice this tenet, to choose not to be perturbed and to respond with poise and clarity. Let's delve deeper into the practical application of this philosophy. When confronted with demeaning comments, it's tempting to react impulsively, but Stoicism teaches us the virtue of restraint and reflection. Take a moment to pause and reflect. This pause is powerful. It gives you the space to collect your thoughts and separate your emotional response from your intellectual evaluation of the comment's validity. During this pause, ask yourself a few key questions. What can I learn from this? Is there a kernel of truth in the comment that I can use constructively? Can I use this moment to demonstrate my capability to handle criticism with grace? This approach does not mean you accept the belittling comment as true, but rather that you use it as a catalyst for self-examination and growth. Moreover, responding to such comments offers a chance to practice and demonstrate resilience. Showing that you can hear critical remarks without losing your composure or dignity speaks volumes about your strength and maturity. It sets a standard for those around you, illustrating that while you are open to constructive feedback, you maintain boundaries against unproductive negativity. Another Stoic practice that can be immensely helpful in these situations is the technique of reframing. This involves altering your perspective on an event to see it in a more positive light, or at least in a light that diminishes its emotional charge. For instance, rather than viewing a belittling comment as a personal affront, you could reframe it as an impersonal challenge to your argument or proposal. This shifts the focus from an attack on your self-worth to a debate about ideas. It's easier to deal with criticisms of ideas by discussing facts and logic rather than defending your personal value. Furthermore, engaging directly with the person who made the comment can also be enlightening. Asking them calmly to elaborate on their criticism can achieve several things. It can expose the superficiality of their remark, encourage them to reconsider their words, or even lead to a constructive dialogue that clarifies misunderstandings and leads to mutual respect. Engaging in this way aligns with the Stoic goal of living in accordance with virtue. The virtues of patience, courage, temperance, and wisdom guide every Stoic-inspired response. Patience is exercised when we pause and reflect. Courage is in facing unpleasant feedback without fear. Temperance is shown in controlling our impulses to react defensively, and wisdom guides our decision on how best to respond. As we move forward, these Stoic strategies not only prepare us to handle belittling comments more effectively, but also enrich our interactions, making us more thoughtful, resilient, and respected members of any community. By consistently applying these principles, we build not only a shield against casual negativity, but also a bridge towards deeper understanding and respect among peers. This is the transformative power of Stoicism at work, where every adverse comment or challenge becomes a stepping stone towards personal excellence and harmony in our social interactions. In the next part of our exploration, we will look at additional Stoic strategies that help maintain our composure and integrity, ensuring that we respond to all forms of criticism not just with emotional intelligence, but with philosophical wisdom, thereby strengthening our professional and personal relationships even further. As we continue to delve into the Stoic approach to handling belittling comments, it becomes increasingly clear that this philosophy offers more than mere coping mechanisms. It presents a way to elevate our interactions and refine our character through thoughtful engagement and self-mastery. Let's explore further Stoic strategies that not only help us maintain composure, but also enhance our ability to engage constructively in the face of criticism. One of the most powerful of these strategies involves adopting a posture of curiosity rather than defensiveness. This aligns with the Stoic practice of turning obstacles into opportunities, viewing every challenging interaction as a chance to learn something new, either about the subject at hand, the other person, or about ourselves. Imagine you're in a discussion where a comment is made that seems to undermine your experience or efforts, perhaps suggesting that your recent project was not as successful as you perceive. Instead of allowing frustration to build, you can use this moment to engage more deeply. Ask questions like, "What makes you say that?" Or, "Can you tell me more about your perspective?" This approach does not just deflect the initial sting of the comment. It also transforms the conversation into a learning dialogue, where you gain insights and perhaps reveal gaps in understanding that can be bridged. By engaging in this way, you embody the Stoic ideal of the wise person who is always learning. Socrates, often considered a precursor to Stoic thought, famously declared that he knew nothing except the fact of his ignorance. This acknowledgement of one's own need to learn is a strength, not a weakness. It invites others to share their knowledge and views, which not only diffuses tension, but can also enrich your own understanding and response. Additionally, this strategy fosters a deeper level of respect and understanding in relationships. When others see that you are genuinely interested in their thoughts and willing to listen, even if their initial comment was less than tactful, they are more likely to respond in kind, leading to more productive and respectful exchanges. Another Stoic method to handle criticism effectively is the practice of reflection and delay. Marcus Aurelius, a model of Stoic virtue, often emphasized the importance of taking time to respond to ensure that one's emotions do not lead the way. When faced with a potentially belittling comment, instead of responding immediately, take a moment, or even longer if possible, to reflect. Consider why the comment was made, what truths it might contain, and how best to respond in a way that aligns with your values and objectives. This delay is not about avoidance, but about ensuring that your response is measured and considered. It allows you to cool down any immediate emotional responses and to think through the best approach to address the issue raised. Whether the feedback is valid or not, your thoughtful response will demonstrate your maturity and wisdom, traits highly prized in both personal and professional realms. In practicing these responses, you not only protect yourself from potential harm caused by rash reactions, but also strengthen your character in line with Stoic virtues. Each interaction becomes a test of your ability to remain calm, reasoned, and virtuous, enhancing your reputation and self-respect. As you apply these strategies consistently, you'll find that not only do you become better at handling belittling comments, but you also contribute to creating a more positive, thoughtful environment around you. People learn from your example. They see that it is possible to respond to criticism with grace and intelligence rather than with pettiness or defensiveness. In the final part of our exploration, we will consider how these Stoic practices can be woven into the fabric of our daily lives, influencing not only how we handle criticism, but also how we lead by example in all our social interactions. By consistently applying Stoic wisdom, we can transform not just our reactions, but our relationships and, ultimately, our very approach to life itself. This is the profound impact of Stoicism. It teaches us not only to survive challenges, but to thrive through them, turning every interaction into an opportunity for personal growth and ethical excellence. As we conclude our exploration into the Stoic approach to handling belittling comments and criticism, let's reflect on how these strategies not only enhance our individual responses, but also how they can inspire a broader transformation in our daily lives and interactions. Stoicism offers a profound blueprint for living with integrity, wisdom, and resilience, qualities that radiate outward, influencing those around us and shaping the culture of our communities. Incorporating Stoic practices into our daily routine can fundamentally alter how we interact with the world. By consistently applying the principles of thoughtful pause, curiosity, and reflection, we cultivate a demeanor that naturally diffuses conflict and promotes understanding. This transformation is not instantaneous, but is a result of deliberate practice and commitment to growth. One powerful way to embed these Stoic strategies into our lives is through the practice of daily reflection. A moment at the end of each day to consider the interactions we've had, the responses we've chosen, and the areas where we could improve. This could involve journaling about a specific incident where you applied Stoic principles, or perhaps moments where you struggled to maintain your composure and what might be learned from those challenges. Over time, these reflections build a stronger, more intuitive understanding of how to apply Stoicism in diverse situations. Moreover, this practice of reflection encourages us to strive for consistency between our beliefs and actions. The Stoics believed that virtue and happiness are achieved not through external possessions or acclaim, but through the consistent practice of wise and moral actions. By reflecting on our daily experiences and aligning our actions with Stoic virtues, we gradually transform our lives into ones that are not only more resilient in the face of adversity, but also more fulfilling and meaningful. In fostering these habits, we also set an example for others. When colleagues, friends, and family see us responding to criticism with calm and considered thought, they are often inspired to adopt a similar approach. In this way, Stoic practices can spread within our circles, subtly shifting the dynamics of our interactions toward more thoughtful and respectful communication. Furthermore, as we become more adept at handling criticism and navigating challenging interactions, we find that our capacity for leadership is enhanced. Leaders who can respond to feedback without defensiveness, who can hear and use criticism constructively, and who approach conflicts with a clear, calm mind, are invaluable in any setting, be it in business, community, or family life. The Stoic leader is one who leads not just through words, but through example, embodying the virtues of patience, justice, courage, and wisdom. Ultimately, the true power of Stoicism lies in its universal applicability. These strategies do not only apply to handling belittling comments, but also to facing any of life's difficulties. Whether it's a personal setback, professional challenges, or global crises, the Stoic approach helps us maintain our equilibrium and focus on what we can control, our own responses. As we move forward, let us carry with us the understanding that each day provides new opportunities to practice these principles. Every challenging interaction is a chance to exercise our Stoic virtues, every piece of criticism a lesson to be learned, and every conflict a moment to demonstrate our commitment to living a principled life. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic philosophy. I encourage you to continue exploring these ideas, to practice them daily, and to share your experiences with others. Together, as a community of learners and practitioners, we can strengthen not only our individual resolve, but also contribute to a broader culture of respect, understanding, and virtue. Let us keep the conversation going, continually seeking to grow, to understand more deeply, and to live not just with greater personal peace, but also with greater impact in the world around us. Remember, the path of Stoicism is a lifelong journey of learning and personal development, and every step on this path enriches not just ourselves, but all those we encounter.